what it is that you enjoy doing. You gotta figure out what you enjoy doing and what makes time pass, and what you like, so what you have fun at. And then I want everybody to figure out how you can make a career out of that. All right, so basically your purpose in life. You're gonna try and arrive at that and find a way to actually make those things happen. All right, I'm gonna turn the floor over to Mr. Rogers. There's a song we gotta kind of start reading your lyrics and get it in your head. And we're gonna listen to it, have a discussion, and maybe we'll do well, I don't know how he wants to operate it, but I was thinking we could do a word board and think of everything that comes to your mind when you think of black as a color, the word, etc., as a people, and everything you think about the N-word. So the last thing I'm gonna say, what's the difference between a nigga and a black man?
Between what?
What's the difference between a nigga and a black man?
You don't answer that question.
A nigga and a black man.
A nigga is a cool person.
Alright, somebody tell me.
You don't answer that question.
Alright, why? Remember?
Because a nigga would have answered that question.
Alright, y'all heard that?
Because a nigga what?
Alright. Seriously, we focused.
I ain't gonna say because a nigga.
Alright. The difference between a nigga and a black man is the nigga would answer the question.
Black man what?
Alright? Nah. You're not trying to, don't call yourself that. I'm not trying to say you are. It's just something to get your mind right. Alright, but I like to lead the class off like that, especially when it's new people. I'm turning over to Mr. Rogers to meditate on that too.
World's coolest art teacher with poetic tendencies. I got the self-esteem of 100 men, but my confidence ain't built up bigger centuries. With about 400 centuries of slavery, now did it really end us and practice the pimping penitentiaries? Let's see repentance, G, and reform systems. Hip-hop reformation. It's elementary, my dear Watson. It starts in elementary school. Count my blessings, count T colored. We seeing hues of black from Langston Hughes. Written, printed in black ink and black books. Little ones and numbers of black queens light up lives like sage. He's coming to the stage, and I'm feeling blue to the blue lights, but your girl knows I'm especially with the red lights, cause I do right, alright? My movie, my play, my scene, my lady, my love, my queen, my school, my principal, my dean, my vision, my vista vazine, to see you clearly, days, weeks, monthly, yearly, make me in a holler, yo, so holler if you hear me. Paul was revered for his message, and for my message don't revere me, on my terms of endear me. I put my ear to your soul and what I heard was eerie, but in my opinion I got racking pinion staring for days on end, and the end of days is nearing. Maneuvering through dramas, sentences, periods, commas, so I keep writing the wrongs, writing them songs, enticing them dames and them cause I like it when the beauty flows, I like it in the beauty of prose. I send unseen spirituality from the health of my head to the tone of my toes. Toes that walk in the clothes with no hose, dress codes. Hold up. Now see, when I came to cancel that, cause yeah, she gave me a hassle, but I ain't gonna hassle her back, cause she got menstruation, intellectual litigation, and degradation. Yo, she done passed through that. Then hoe was short for honey, Mo was more than a friend, and she was short on money, so I hold for it, honey. And then ends from the start, flowed friendship from the heart. And pull your card, cause I'm the king of hearts, poetic royalty. Big Daddy King, Lord Hill is my parents, does genetic rhetoric spoils me. Good mice like pythons and then I'll coil these. Your haters could Reynolds rap their hate out if they foil me. But nothing stops my tracks. My music tracks, all my tape tracking. Clearing the screen of the scene and unseen attacking. Now as I drive through the lanes of life for layups, they keep hacking. Down, but I'm from Boogie now. Hip hop my town, put it down. East 123 Parktown, Bronxville, hooded down. Told me to look in mirrors, high for myself like I was weed, man. My self-esteem high. Got what you need, man. Yeah, you know my bureau is store, they call it freed, man. True indeed, yo. Mark my words by my good deeds, man. Don't take lives of his belongings, take heed, man. Black ghettos here are rich, while Africans don't hardly eat, man. Food costs more than muscles busted. So have balance, use gallant talents and balanced budgets. $5 billion plus per month, a racket does it, but checks for books and new schools. Since they won't cut him, but funding gets lights like Nicole Simpson gets touched this, blown out proportion like percussion. Comrade, life's a con, but the truth tries to open your mind. Thoughts are concussions. Instead of dissing days, try this, have a discussion. Cause the probability of intercourse increases with good discourse. And I'm way too sexy for the dark side, so feel my flow of discourse. With a touch of God added and a pinch of Nirvana indoors, soulful soliloquies get enforced. Now don't begin with the ending, begin with the source. The source is yours, God. Without him, her, we're lost. Yeah. God bless. Okay. Messiah, some love. Words are powerful, and my words can manifest man from the womb of woman to the womb of the sun, have you swimming in hydrogen enlightenment, rotating around cosmic consciousness, giving birth to your lost mind when your mind is hard to find, when your life becomes blinders that keep you from seeing the truth. You want to shake this unreality reality, but life becomes that jockey riding and beating you to finish a race that no one is running but you. But you don't stop. You run until your muscle cramps have muscle cramps, but you don't stop. You run until time infinity quadrant leads you into a life better than this one, but still you don't stop. You run hoping that this life you're living is just a dream, but still you don't stop. You scream to God like George Jetson, stop this crazy thing. Then what? You want to leave life's track, but the track marks in your arm takes its rightful place as jockey. Giddy up, because it's the same song. Life track is attacking you like those tracks you listen to when your stereo make you feel inferior because you're not blinged out, balling, rolling on dubs, and your child support check is late, but $7.50 an hour ain't enough for one person. But still you have a child who's a victim and a number way before it even had a name. And the fact remains that poets leave ink, bloodstains, and lit poetic libation remove you from the track of life and change your one-track mind because love ain't blind. It just have a cataract. And I act upon love with vocal eyes so my words can be heard through retinas, opening up portholes and potholes, exposing egos and souls to grow to a higher consciousness, because this life we're living is just an infomercial to reality. It's just a snooze button of life, but we keep hitting that snooze button of life. That crack cocaine at time, just 15 more minutes, let my mind get back on the right track before the government tracking devices find me, trying to convince me to be proud to be an American when I'm proud to be in this solar system, systematically seeping through brain waves, creating static grooves. Channel 0 changed its name to BET, Black Exploitating Time Psyche, trying to control me with these fake thug realities, but the beat's hot and the women are fine. So I guess that's alright to put poison in your rhyme. So you're just another hoe to the industry. So get back out there on that track and make that money trick. My third eye itches with pink eye, but just the thought of trying to buy your album. But those tracks are just so motivating. They make me want to drink 40s with the track and roll blunts and holler at shorties with the track and squeeze triggers with the track and have these big pickup trucks with Confederate flags and bumping jiggers, my nigga, in the track. Then I sat back and analyzed and realized that a track is just one big circle. And I hate running. So I stopped and got off. A lot of shit.
This came to mind when I thought about the possibility that I could run into one day. I played with the idea of what will I do and more importantly, what will I say. Seems like no simple hellos or exasperated expressions would do for you. Maybe for just anybody, but you are far from average. There was a time when everything was everything and talking to you came second to none. I mean, seeing you came second to no one. But now, I'm nervous. Afraid of conversational topics based on summer stories and trips down memory lane. They say that honesty is the best policy, and honestly, I missed you. So much that I engraved your name on him and his skin, trying to find Scorpios just like you. Though I knew the outcome meant steadily comparing you to him and you to him and him to you, trying to find Scorpios just like you. With the tip of my tongue, I searched for vivid corners for just a taste of hazelnut blended with almond cocoa buttercup. I searched for the taste of you on his skin. Oftentimes I compared you to him and you to him and him to you, trying to find Scorpios just like you. Because honestly, I'd rather live in hell with you heavily than bask in heaven happily. Honestly, I thought about you. On Father's Day, I was in Tennessee by way of Louisiana because Delta made it impossible for me to return to Atlanta, but NBA I said a prayer and wish you happy Father's Day anyway. On your birthday I thought about you and hoped you enjoyed it happily. You ran across my mind a few more times like Thanksgiving and Christmas and again in the New Year, wishing the best of everything to you and yours. Not just on holidays, but on soft Saturdays and simple Sundays, just ordinary days when my heart would take my mind away and end up on the thought of you. Honestly, more than anything, I wanted to see you again, to thank you for challenging my thoughts, for embracing me like I was cool when we both were going crazy. I wanted to thank you for listening and for sharing, because creatively speaking, you helped create me responsibly. My existence before you was premature, and now thanks to you, you have made me whole, and even though life is good for me, my heart still awaits your soul patiently. You are my intellectual being, my mantra, my infinite possibilities. Honestly, when you exhale, I inhale because I live off of your next breath. I breathe you and become high because you are the epitome of a beautiful mind.
Back shot probably. Yeah! Yeah! Work it. Alright, boy, let's get a shake move or something. Head now. Oh, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. She said she had to let him breathe. I told her out of breath. No doubt. It's mine. Oh, back shot. That's right. Who needs music videos, yo? Who needs music videos? We got it right here. Oh, you remember the video with right there. I just want to get a couple lines on film, man. Yeah. African dance extraordinary. You know, you can do African dance to almost anything. You can do synthetic about anything. Hey, very good, y'all. Hey, y'all got a future.
Let me know what you think.
I was about to say, they say poetry is the breath of life. I say death is a good enough reason to write. We make up freestyles like free verse for one universe. I want to pin a culprit that'll make a Christian lady cry out to Satan. Sometimes instigating is just as worse as hating. Sometimes I find myself listening to John 3:16 in the morning. Turn the music up. Close my eyes. Took my hat back. Pray to God I can see God. Pray to God, because sometimes in this world we live in, the scripture seems so hard to swallow. I wallow in withering cup with stanzas and triplets. What's going to do for me? Amen.
Finite epiphanies. I slang rocks at my future wife called wedding ring, so when you married me, yeah, rules of engagement follow specifically at Tiffany's. Now as I'm free from the matrix, I'm not a Nazi, but I'm bald-headed like neo-Nazis. I don't swine, but I be cutting hams on stage. Now happy days to the beat of the drum, it's type Patsy. Thumbs up, Fonzie. This ain't no games, you can save all that yada yada yahtzee. I'm the one like I was dating Trinity, Neo, the big daddy, I'm the father. I know ceramics like a ghost cause I'm a star, but people don't realize that like the sun, S-U-N. But my crew is civilized, so don't crucify me like the sun, S-O-N. Because God's light covered me, and I wore it like lint to the bone. My yabba dabba dudes dominate games like old boy Flintstone. Because with games I pay dues, so do you like me? Check the yes box. My game is militant mine, so we play games that'll be on the Magnum Xbox.
Ooh, on the Xbox, I'll be the underdog. I'm always thought to fail, but I ain't failed. Feel like I'm more rhymes than this country has brothers in jail. And I drop them well, and touch people the whole world over. I give out so many blessings, they call me K-Over. You see, I'm God's closest son, and the crowd needs to find. And because I let my light shine, brighter than anything. I am knowledge, intelligent, Nubian God. People, I'm king.
Alright.
When I'm feeling mad stressed. So I close my eyes, clench my fists, and take a long, deep breath. It's one of those days when my mind is all messed up and my spirit just feels low. I just need to sit back, inhale, and maybe 3 times, nice and slow. See, when I get like this, I just need to get some of this load off my chest, or else the color red is all I'll be seeing. And like a bull in pursuit, I'll take over my being. So, I just need to sit back, relax, and unwind. Light up some Island incense and free my mind. As I start to relieve some of this energy that's around me that causes me to feel rage, anger, and hate, I get down on my knees and pray for those who are lost and can't find their way. I spoke with an icon today, a legend, a pioneer even, and beautiful is what he called me. Unique is even what he heard of me. Mine seemed to pass the plateau that heightened my inner horizon of me. To be seen as the sister of my youth, a sister of beauty inward and outward. His wisdom approved of my instant humility, for beauty dwells in my soul's cavity of simply loving me. I spoke with an icon today, a legend, a pioneer even, and beautiful is what he called me.
I was taught to be a man of respect, although I come from a land of cannons and checks. Block cars and clothes come from managing checks, but you ain't got enough skill to see my management yet. I'm a fly boy, so I'm getting love from the black and the white boys, cause rapping is my joy. But if my boys feel some type of way, they're writing their shots off any time of day. But enough of all that negative stuff, I'd rather sell for bucks, money low like elephant trunks. And Bill say I'm carrying a legacy. And Pop was saying we will ride on our enemies, but I'm starting a new generation. Turning good checks like Nike signs and white tees fine, but I'd rather be flashy. Hillary's cool, but I'd rather meet Ashley. Bitch, that is, I need a fly whip, show me what a Maybach is, and I'll drive it. My style's timeless, keeps going. Constantly crossing players up in this game. I'm free throwing. So if you step in my lane, you get foul, boy. How you think I got my name? I'm a wild boy. And by the way, my name's Brazy. Y'all dudes funny, Wayne Brady, your style is late 80s. And I'm so 2010, show to your projects for 2000 me. My swag is New York, so B-I-G, P-U-N, B-X, we moved in, we don't plan on leaving if you plan on.
All I need in this life a chance is Tay in a hip-hop dance. Special Tay to the stage.
No jump till I walk inside the door. Your love is all I want. Smiling like Gucci and Gabbana. Shout you the brightest, let them get you losing my love for the moment. Gotta take away what you think about a condo. If you like it, baby, we can take it to the condo. And if you like the condo, we can move the body to the bedroom. I'ma beat your body like a condo. Since we do I just roll again about the ground. You know it's steady, I need to come. So get here, baby, let me fill it up, fill it up. It's your birthday, on your Thursday. We don't buy no drinks at the bar. Pop champagne cause we got that gold. Let me hear you say try to dance like a video vixen. Said I'd rather be on that motion pimpin'. When I retire from the ball like pimpin'. Tryna get you home, I'ma just be on Simpson. Work, we can leave like pronto. Maple leaf flash got you feeling like Toronto. Make your body rise like you're pumping on a Chanto. Girl, that's only if you want your way. Since we in the club for now, I just wanna get around the ground. Know it's steady, like me, so keep me baby, let me fill it up, fill it up. It's your birthday, on your Thursday. We don't buy no drinks at the bar. Pop champagne, baby, got that gold. Can you say
Yeah.
I make you say just like I'm your doctor. All I private, cranberry and vodka. Then I'm trying to kick it, lay a little soccer, bust a couple long, hot, in your system.
Yeah.
Then you call your girl like, what the hell you gave me? She like, don't blame me, you better be like Jamie. And blame it on the liquor, you work 7 times, but Sean, you know it's somebody's birthday. Well, will you? And I know you're thirsty, but don't know where your class at. Say birthday, we don't buy no drinks at the bar. We pop champagne 'cause we got that gold.
Wow. That's good.
Say baby,
Yeah.
no hands, baby. Let me hear you say you wanna say it just makes it easier.
Whoa. Yeah. Ready.
Merciless machetes of pain rips my soul asunder at just the thought of my loss of you. And it's been almost 10 years. My mental film projector seems stuck on the scene of the last time I'd seen you alive. In private, I called you Dad, but in public, you were Pastor. No blood relation, only the blood of my risen Savior solidified our relationship. November 25th, the date, in the pulpit you ripped apart with your preaching, while my heart God ripped apart when he reached into the church and snatched you away from me. You put the microphone down, stepped to me on the front row, laid your hands on me, prayed for me, and then collapsed in my arms. And then you died doing what you love, while a part of me died with the one I loved. And a million memories ran marathons through my mind when I saw you breathe for the last time, and how we never share another 3 a.m. bologna sandwich after a service on Friday night. Never more will heaven's doors be as blessed as when you stepped through its gates. And the only reason I feel cheated is because I never got to say goodbye. Couldn't God have let me in on this little secret? At least a 30-day notice to let me know this would be your last day on earth. Maybe if you put a number on your forehead that only I could see, starting with 30, and each day that passed, that number would be one less than the last. I swear, I would have told no one, not even you, but taking special care to make each fleeting moment of memory and each laugh last a lifetime. Burn the image of your face in my mind and mentally record every conversation so as to never forget what your voice sounded like. I needed you then and I need you now. And now it seems my world is crumbling all around me, and it's been almost 10 years and I still reach for the phone to dial a number that's been long disconnected, but I can't ever forget. I just want to talk to you one more time. And I just want you to hold me again and call me son and tell me how proud you are of the good job I've done holding my life together, but I don't know if I can hold on much longer. There are all these roads to take and all these decisions to make, and I don't always know where to go. And people think I'm so strong and they respect my views, but they don't understand. I get just as confused, and sometimes I don't know what to say to people, and you were so good at that, and I just want my daddy back. The kind of man that God expects me to be when he snatched his best example away from me. But maybe one day he'll give me my own house with a transfiguration so I can hold a conversation with you, my real dad, and the grandmother I never got to see because she died 2 days after I came to be. So I know one day we really can be. I hear your song and the message you sent from heaven in the first song you sang to me.
The original thing right here. For people out there who don't know who you are, who you is. I'm King, you know what I'm saying? Dallas, Texas born, Dallas, Texas bred, Columbia poet, Dallas poet, now living in VA, back in Columbia, you know what my people. BCARTI is the best, probably the only still original underground poetry spot in America. All of them is commercial now, you know what I'm saying? It's all done went to another level of commercialism with poetry, but BCARTI is still home to the underground heads. You know, just happy to be back around, man. Ready to get back to writing. Alright, no doubt. And what advice would you give your future up-and-coming BCARTI heads, man? What advice would you give them, man?
keep writing for the times that you had to write just to get that shit out your system, or you thought you was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Back when the only person that would listen to your poem was your girl or your mama, and she didn't really want to hear it, but she did it because she's your mama. Keep writing for those times just because you had to write, not because you got a crowd now. And I think if you keep to that, you know what I'm saying, even if you start performing, you'll still be a dope ass rapper.
Alright, no doubt. Knowledge intelligent.
Nubian God.
Alright.
I'm a descendant of ex-slaves with no land and no plan to plot progress. Who lived off of pork candlesticks and stress and thought of as less. You know, a minority. But I guess it's in me to change the way that our last days, or maybe this is some kind of phase like the 60s was us blacks. Because no enthusiasm when we lack. Instead of being addicted to total freedom, we now are addicted to crack. And weed, and coochie, and peanuts, and alcohol, and everything except the right thing. But what is the right thing? I want you to answer that question on your quest for cream and the American dream. You see, we must wake up because time is not on our side. No, it's not. Like the sun, is very hot. Now refuse to let it set. Now refuse to allow people to be still oppressed. I want to be that voice in the back of your head, reminding you you're still mentally dead. Off your way to resurrection. A buck who can add some affection. Because we must help each other. It's a family thing. There must and will be a change for the better or for the worse. But it's up to us to flush this worldly toilet, so don't just sit. Press on, my people. Press on.
Strictly business. Ain't no way I'm gonna stop. Strictly business. Gotta make it to the top.
Back in the days, I made up my mind that I would be a king, you know, genuine, reign supreme at the top of the heap, and like working all day, no time to sleep, destined to rise in front of your eyes. So we surmise it's time for the prize. The time has come, we gotta be number one. The world is full of power, and we got to get some. No more begging and useless teardrops. So I'm trading these teardrops for props, going all the way and with my powerful team, conquering the world, and I'ma rise like cream, all out, putting heads to bed. Cause I'm a grown man and I hate to get spoon-fed. Wisdom, son, I rose in the east. Till we reach the top, won't be no peace. Cause it's
strictly business. Strictly business. Ain't no way I'm gonna stop. Strictly business. Ain't no time to gamble. Gotta make it to the top.
you gotta be brand new. Moves we make, gotta make the earth shake. Sitting at my desk as a manifest to my team. Big plans that'll make us the best. Cause we can rule this game we all play. Pop champagne and make every day a holiday. Smooth as a rose but hard like steel. From now on I'ma make my dreams real. On a mission, gotta get there. If you wanna rule, you gotta be in there. Our master plan is the best. And ain't a man alive that'll beat us to a conquest. Cause this is the reason we was born. To rock on and on and on and on. Look at my eyes, it's hypnotizing. Word is mine, we gotta keep on rising.
Strictly business. Strictly business. Ain't no way I'm gonna stop. Strictly business. Ain't no time to gamble. Gotta make it to the top. Strictly business. Life is hard to handle. Ain't no way I'm gonna stop. Strictly business. Ain't no time to gamble. Gotta make it to the top.
Legend in all the books and mags, stuffing the cash inside garbage bags. Ain't no time to waste, we gotta motivate past anybody that stops to get gas. Forever and a day, my destiny's set. No sweat, I make it rougher than rough gets. Hold on tight, if not get blown away. Pick up the pieces, cause we're known to say radical things to get a champion's ring. Give it up, punk, don't make me swing. We planned ahead to get the butter and the bread. Dressed in black and I'm staying out the red. So when it comes to like, take your charge. Get props where they do and stop fronting on target. Gotta go for what you know to be the cream of the crop. With the power of God, I'ma rise to the top. It's
strictly business. Strictly business. Ain't no way I'm gonna stop.
red and yellow, orange and blue, purple and white and bright. I can see a rainbow, see a rainbow, see a rainbow. So can you? When I stare into the people's eyes, I see brown, gray, blue, and hazel inside, and then I realize that we are all God's bride. But too many limited visions and ignorant decisions confines the mind to have hate crimes towards my kind because of this skin or religion of mine. Cause some to become colorblind because all they see is black and white. They're constantly fighting the children. The children never learn what's right. As we say hello, Jambo, Konnichiwa, Bonsoir, strive to see, but all we see is wars and hate for you and yours. Forgot about God's laws. Knowing your Savior and loving your neighbor, we're exhibiting strange behavior. We have played with hate and desperate need of children. For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son, not to condemn this world, but to save it. But we're the ones causing dismay. It really bothers me to see that in 2G, this world is still in such catastrophe. AD. Besides, we all a part of God's family tree, no matter how you break it down religiously. Allah, Jah, Yahushua, wherever you are, color your star, let your light unite and shine bright, because it takes all the colors of the world to make a picture. Right? Red and yellow, orange and blue, purple and white and bright. I can see a rainbow, see a rainbow, see a rainbow. So can you see a rainbow? Can you see it? Oh God! How far do you joy? Yeah, here it goes. You shouldn't let the joy you have be shaken by the evils of men. It's not the person, but it's the devil in the skin, and we all fall victims to the same trend. But this is how we become better in the end, to take the devil's punches again and again and again. And turn the other cheek and grin. Because he knew before he even started that we were going to win. Because it was written before the apple was bitten that we're in a godly position. So he tried to take us out of commission by using worldly ways, videos, clothes, and sexual windows, and have those pros as friends. Cause infiltration, break our concentration, and stop us from our final destination, which is peace. So he stays up all the time trying to cause you grief. So when a person turns around and wants to beef, just smile and say, devil, get away, because I'm with God in peace. Why should I feel this way? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long forever we hold? When Jesus is portion of constant freedom is His eye is a whisper. Now know He watching over me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I am free, yeah. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me.
It's called an appropriate end to Sunday Salon. So thanks everybody, Robert and Sybil and
Amelia died in Thomas. She want to be black, but she don't really want to be black. Looking for the definition of culture in a shattered mirror, she searches for supreme nigga. Washing her hair red white through a blonde fringe that snapped back like silk, perceiving the perfection her afro puffed like babies cry for. She's got hazel eyes that are blue, sometimes green, like the shades of shit you couldn't buy in the bar. Born from professional bred parents, she's promised a bright search for the future. Protected by the honor statistics of a gated community, she lives in white collar comfort. Knowing everything she could possibly want is at her beck and reach, but her white skin feels too tight. She's anxious to find something more fitted to give her an edge, more dangerous than the making of a kill. But with some memoirs and wisdom learned in Cosby, only black girl. I wish my girl would let me wear a purse instead of black. Trying to convince the girls at King Shakur I couldn't go swimming with them, because my girl must spent last night slaving over a hot comb, trying to get those black girl blues of wishing to be white. Prone to ordinary tendencies of fortunes of the fathom. She don't really want to be black. Fascinated by rock stars, she calls herself a Millie. Even those everything lyrics are getting to pause after her nigga because she feels entitled. Feels it's not her business because it wasn't her family burning their glitter for her father taught from his children to see neither a deadbeat, a drug dealer, or in prison. Let's just say she got lucky. Miss Everyday, Miss Blissful, Brady Bunch, bullshit, and she want to be black. She might fade off for about Rachel Holly Berry Rich with long hair. Her spaghetti chicken head when we died in suburban and seeks to get a vibe on someone's trophy wife, but she wouldn't want to be black. When elope with Ethiopian have brown babies. Bring hair from her crib cause welfare checks don't pay enough. Be single out like single mothers like my grandmother who raised trend her whole life. She'll get far in life because she don't really want to be black. Thank you.
What I've learned. I learned to organize like Marcus Garvey. I learned to think for myself like Malcolm. I learned to have a dream like Martin. I learned how to read like Frederick Douglass. I learned to be a father without always having one around. I think it's good for children to always have their father around. Learn how to do more, talk less. Because you can't talk about anything if you haven't done anything. I learned how to read people's minds. I should have took up psychology, which is the study of the mind. I don't always have to use foul language. People only curse when they can't say what's on their mind. I learned how to adapt to different surroundings. It's hard to be an angel when people are giving you hell. I remember I couldn't even read at the age of 12. And now my vocabulary is better than when I was 12. They say you learn something new every day. You're never too old to get on your knees and pray. I learned some good family values that's missing in some of our families now. And some people say I wouldn't be able to do this or do that. I'm still standing strong as my life goes on. I've proven myself on several occasions, and I don't have nothing to prove to anybody but myself. And I learned that you can't please everybody. So be tight like you say, and no matter what I do, you'll love me anyway. I learned that the system is designed for my people to fail. But no matter what's happening, I'm not doing life in jail. I learned that you see less people at a family gathering than a funeral. And then when the funeral's over, we all go our separate ways. Life has taught me things can change. We don't always have to continue to stand in the rain. And I know y'all all have learned something new. That I was going to be reciting this poem. And it's way past the end of June. And I hope all of you learn something from this. This is my version of poetry with a little twist. Danger. Hey.
Uh-oh. Intelligent anger, new danger, coming to a neighborhood near you. One more, you're lucky just to have just one more poetic soul in the cafe. So look.
I haven't done in a while, and I think it'll kind of get around with everybody. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Work it out.
So here we go. It's entitled Stereotype of the Robust. What do you see when you see my fluffiness? My rolls, my bumps, my curls, my curves? Do you think that maybe I am more than just a fluff? Extra pounds or extra thickness? So what do you see? Do you see my mind? My extensivity? Y'all make a word. My extensivity of intellect that surpass most and challenges even more. Do you see my quest for mental enhancement to strive for a deeper passion to understand the thing called life and all its splendor? I strive to be better, better than most, best or better even. So tell me, what do you see other than my fluffiness? Do you see in my eyes the story in my eyes? It goes back farther than my mother's mother's mother and her grandmother. So do you see my legacy in my eyes? Do you see the struggles in my eyes of my sister's sisters and their sister's sisters? See each layer of my eyes from my cornea to iris and pupils tells an era of my existence. But do you see past my fluffiness to see that? Or do you just see plump cheeks and full-rounded hips? Do you, I'm wondering, do you see my confidence in my stride, my strut? Because I ain't toughing and I ain't even struggling to glide across the floor. These hardy calves and feet have been strolling and walking across the Sahara and far beyond, from one plantation to the next, from one hut to another. Or if all you see is a fluffy girl with the meat on her bones, big boned, I think that's what they call it. Is that what you see when you see my fluffiness?
I'm wondering, do you? Do you see my spirit in my repertoire? Do you feel my spirit in the atmosphere when you hear me speak and voice my opinion and passion of my individuality, or do you just hear a sweet, sultry voice? Do you detect my humility and eclecticism when my presence is known? Or do you simply notice a big girl, a plus size, a sister big bone, or even a brick house? Did you ever take the time to think maybe the Most High created my origin with a robust statute to withstand and accommodate the struggles of this life? Plant my feet strong with a firm foundation architected with custom-made swirls, dimples, rolls to support what you see. So what do you see when you see my fluffiness?
Alright. In the New Dangerous, you'll show you love for Valencia, the black cover girl. Yeah.
I just brought a piece of art to show y'all. I'll pay y'all read these paintings. Check me out. And I also have a piece I did in high school called My History. The inside of the face I have to be sold by public auction on Monday, the 18th, May 1829, under the trees for sale, the two following slaves, Smith, Fox said Charlotte, that was my grand aunt, she was a slave. She died at like I think she was 102 years old. Charlotte, about 20 years old, great cotton picker, good character. Moses, about 30 years old and laboring, all for sale at 10 o'clock. Fine rice, grain, can't read the rest, but y'all can look at it if you want to see it. I have a bunch more copies if y'all want to copy and donate to the art by Valencia, okay?
Black cover girl. Yeah.
America, God shed His grace on me. We can't possibly be we when He be the dope and sucking the life out of His brother, woman, man, or child. They're all the same, because everybody knows dope fiends have no name. West Side snipers swiping the lives of the oblivious. Terrorists terrorizing the innocent with the crucifixion of their religious theories, killing the masses like a thief in the night, yet God shed His grace on thee. Political Pied Pipers yanking the noose on poverty's translucent abuse of a racist society. Blood diamonds, poison, and enterprise. Kissing death through famine and greed as we solemnly stand for nothing, for everything. Blinded by the confines of hostile borderlines, we sign the death sentence of our future bloodlines. Segregation banned, yet still rampant across the land. Food stamps, state check mentality, and full demand. Liquor stores battered with the huge red dot signifying the place to stop and drown the agony of your woes. Children and adults whose hunger continuously rose to the point of utter numbness, succumbing to the oneness of hopelessness as our society tries to decipher who is best dressed for which charitable organization to elect. Yet God shed His grace on thee. Malicious, heartless creatures molest our babies, stabbing little ladies in the back alleys of conceit and selfishness. As we sit back whimpering about how we should have done more, we should have prepared more, we should have cared more, hell, we should have shared more. Knowledge. Should, could have, would have constantly claimed sacrificed by us. Sacrificed by a wounded conscience stating, somebody needs to help that man. People. The state of our condition is out of control. It's time we stop ignoring the problem and dedicate our souls to finding ways to solve them. The blood of the nations in the palm of our hands. So which color do you choose? Green, red, envy, or red, blood? talking about a 1963 MLK type dream. Downtown Dallas, they assassinated JFK and it seems that all the great people got to the hands of those who envy. I have a feeling I may die the same way. I heard the pain in my grandmother's voice and she said, the recession is really changing my life. How can I convince her that everything will be all right? When nearly 5 months ago in Greenville, a young man died, he committed suicide. I'm sure his mother is still crying. His family is still crying. Black women still dying from AIDS. Mothers send their children to Iraq afraid. She's scared to give birth, so I reach my hand inside her womb and tell her a change don't come and it's don't come soon because I have a vision. But folks keep claiming I dream too big. Well, pardon me for being a Negro girl with a dream, and just because I was born BLACK does not mean you have the right to call me an NIGGA. You interrogate my culture, which I'm proud to be. See, I'm an intellectual girl, but this is hard to believe that Jesus died on the cross to save the sins of a man who judges people by the color of their skin and not by the lies within. If you could, you probably would exterminate my kind because the devil has corrupted and took over your mind. And just because I was born BLACK does not mean you have the right to call me an NIGGA. Because I come from a background of pride. My great-grandfather marched like a lion with each stride. I'm talking about Black Panther pride. Whoever said that a man ain't supposed to cry? Down on his knees praying to God type cries. I know it ain't my time, but sometimes I feel like I'm about to lose my mind because I oftentimes sit in church and forget what I heard the preacher say. I'm too busy worrying about how I'm going to make it to see tomorrow. I look into the preacher man's eyes and I ask him, may I please borrow some of his sunshine? Because when it rains, it really pours. When it rains, it really pours down on my household. And meanwhile, there's a riot going on outside. But you all seem to be ignoring all of them black folks yelling, screaming, shouting about black pride. But some of you black folks got a little bit too much pride. Acting all severe. I reckon you forgot where you came from. Don't you know your ancestors were sold as slaves, bent over, picking cotton, digging their own grave. You got the nerve to say you still waiting on your 40 acres. Negro, please. Don't nobody owe you nothing. How can you reach for the stars when you won't even stand for a cause? When I speak, I'm not speaking for myself. I'm oftentimes speaking to y'all, those who are not bold enough to say it. Don't you worry because I will. They already say the black education is on the downfall. I know they ain't talking to me, and I hope they ain't speaking for y'all because closed mouths don't get fed. He said, she said, well, everybody says. There are more black men in prison than there are in school. So what are you going to do? Because there's a recession going on. Mama, take that apron off and get them over the stove. If you can't take the heat, you don't need to be in the kitchen. And it's only because I love you that I have to mention it. You can't find love in them home-cooked meals and them sweet potato pies. Them politicians don't tell you lies. Some even bold enough to play Russian roulette. One nation under the sun. I lost my cousin Kim to a gun. It only took one finger to pull that trigger, and it only takes 1 second to consider. I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing this for my brother who was stabbed in the chest 3 times. I swear I nearly lost my mind. One of his lungs collapsed, but he kept on breathing. One of his ribs broke, but he kept on believing. So you see, I know there's a God, because last September, my brother almost died, and Mama ain't have no job, and we still had to find a way to pay the bills, and I can't find no doctor who can heal my wounds. So somebody tell me, what am I supposed to do?
Said these dudes tried to take my life, but they couldn't knock me, jump me, stab me, but they couldn't drop me. They just mad because I'm fresh and I'm cocky. Jealous of the swag and attempted to copy. But everything that they attempted was sloppy. Can't fight, so they need weapons to stop me. But I'm a star and I was destined to pop me. Y'all too slow, really moving at top speed. It's obvious you try to pose a thug. Y'all ain't gangsters, y'all just emotional scrubs. Meanwhile, I'm so fly, being toast for the dog and the shag is all good on the shoulder is love. And I'm going to kill y'all, literally, not literally. Because I'm going to take advantage of this gift that was given to me. Lyrics can give you a ability and finish unique, but I'm going to do this on my own. I'm a lyrical beast. And eat these rappers alive, it's a lyrical feast. I speak truth when I put these lyrics to beats. You watch a flock of rappers beating up on the skin of your teeth. If you want to hear something real, then listen to me. And one day they will say, Brazy, you did it, man. I was inspired by Baby, Jigga Man. I had the whole world spinning like ceiling fans, blow so hot. If you listen, you can get a tan. I was raised around New York violence, roaming the streets looking for some New York guidance. Tackling the game on the New York giant, Brazy, man. Looking at New York's finest. BX.
In my eyes, I took a deep breath and found the courage to say goodbye. Last night, I stopped being mad for the things you did and making me. Because you see, last night, I gave up trying to love you. Last night, I picked up my standards what relates to you. Everybody who told us I forgave you and I forgot. Last night, I took my information into something in life. I thought I would learn because I was these girls who were not in my road. Because last night, I gave up my forever. Last night, I let go of the billions I had become for kind of happiness I needed to be. Because last night, I decided that I would fall in love with me. I decided that I would no longer be worried. I made up my mind to stop fighting, and I let go of all the resentment I had felt. And last night, I decided that I was young. I said to the things that I pushed aside. I let down my guard, let go of my fears, and I found my pride. And last night, when I admit that I cried. I cried because I was tired of holding, tired of hoping, tired of waiting, tired of thinking just to get it put back. I cried because all I thought I would lose. I cried because last night, I gave up my forever. And last night, I decided what I was doing. I screamed with anger, hate, and frustration, clapped my hands in the air and said I would give up. I made up my mind that I was finally free, so I might have cried, which is true. But last night, I wiped my face. I picked up my head and knew I was not loving you. Come on down here a little bit more right than that. Right here. Yeah! Alright, this is for the ladies. Just in case you're not aware, please accept these words that I speak as a compliment and a testament of what you are. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. You vary in shape, size, and shade like autumn leaves, but unlike the leaves, you fall under the foot of no man. You will not be crushed and broken beneath his weight because you stand strong. You stand proud and with dignity. You are a woman who are innately beautiful, not because of the roundness of your hips or the fullness of your lips. You don't pass the beauty test because of the size of your breasts. You are better than that. Your true beauty cannot be confined to a box with blocks, knocks, and trivializes the essence of you. Essence of true strength, like that portrayed by Nefertiti, Cleopatra, and Queen Zinga. You bring a man to his knees in submission to the beauty which is you. Sisters, I love you. You love you too. Because you are a precious gem to be loved, appreciated, and honored. Recognize your worth and give birth to the righteousness in you. So just in case you're not aware, please accept these words that I speak as a testament and a compliment to who and what you are. Sisters, you are beautiful.
All right.
Sick and tired of being tired and sick. I want to see my way through this fog that is dark and thick. And I feel like my spirit is being weighed down by a ton of bricks. I don't want to buckle when I'm feeling weak. I need to be strong. I need the strength to stand firm and choose right over wrong. I need God to deliver me so I can melt out my redemption song. I need the strength to keep traveling the spiritual road when I'm weary and it seems oh so long. Because I know somebody knows how it feels each day to pray and pray, begging the spirit for the same thing day after day, pleading for guidance and determination to guide me along the way. Excuse me, my program. Asking for a strong will so as not to stray. I know somebody's feeling me when I say that I need to be a better sister, and in my brother's case, is a better man. And I know that for my life, the Spirit has a specific game plan. And it's taken me a long time, but now I finally understand that I'm meant to be more than I am.
See, along the journey, I know feelings often got hurt, and too often I saw myself cheat because I just didn't recognize my worth. At times, I felt like I was buried 6 feet under the dirt because I was spiritually dead, but now I rise up and claim my spiritual rebirth. So, Mother Earth, birth me from your righteous womb. I'll no longer be subject to the spiritual destruction and doom. I've been freed from my dark and desolate tomb to be remarried and share life with enlightenment as my groom. And together we'll bring forth offspring. We'll call them love, suffering, patience, understanding, and wisdom. And they'll be the fulfillment of the past, present, and things to come. And finally, all of my despair will become a melodious song of praise ever present on my tongue.
Wishful thinking, I'll be back for the food because if he's leaving her for me, then wouldn't he just do it? And he keeps telling me that same line. Be patient. Be patient. You try being patient, waiting for a year and a half, and now I'm getting the phone calls at 3 a.m. begging me to get under my seat and meet you 5 miles out of city limits because she can't know or see that there is a we and us. And you know what else? I hate that after you feel good, we do best, you finally need to confess that you feel just a little bit guilty for trying to pleasure under my caress. See, that's that BS. And you know what else I hate? I hate when she'll come before me. When I get my spotlight, I want my time. When will I shine? When will you finally get the boss instead of tell your friends, your family, everybody that, yeah, that right there, that's all mine. But it's okay. I got what keeps her coming back, and even though his wife finally fight, I have no problem throwing it back. Okay. But it hasn't always been like this. I'll admit, I've had my girls in the past, but that matters not now, because I'm a man in love with another man. Surprise?
You go, boy. You go, boy. Look at her walking across the stage. Let's give a girl a round for the girl walking across the stage. Let's give a round.
I try to smile. I try to stay positive. But someone always comes around and try to beat down the lowest gift that society such as my wealth, my strength, my pride. My weakness for this type of music can't hide. But why? What's the point of making somebody feel as if they're not worth it, worth time, worth breathing? It's because that's how you really feel, or for your soul, your feeling. Come back to reality. I wasn't put on this earth to please you. You mean no more to me than the games and radios between the colors of red and blue. That's right, I've been there, done that. So why keep chastising? You may want to think of other things before your soul, because in the process of dying, if your reason is for hatred, that's a pretty low blow. What, do you believe that I'm not better than you? For you to try to make my life a show? Ha! I laugh at stupidity. Why? Because the comedy joke is just about what your actions need to be. How to be how what you want it to be instead of making sense of reality? That's a bad deal. But since you want to be me so much when I die, I give you my life and my will just to be real. Because that's how I feel. I mean, why should I feel any different? Because for me, I live in the real world. And you, in your fantasy land, think all you have to do is pick up a baton, twirl, and point at the situation, and then disappear. Try to make it as if you Houdini or something, but that's not getting you anywhere, and neither are the things you do. Must they imitate people's lives to get you more bucks than the sold-out carnival. That's like me basing my life on hitting the lottery when I never even put in a ticket. This is the real world. This is life. Get with it or get lost in it. No one cares about who you want to be or who you don't. They look at who you are, and right now, they won't give you a chance to play pretended roles in a real-life show. Better yet, the one who's more determined than you might hand you a bullet and let you go on about your business. You know how this world goes. You can be your own witness. Having sympathy for stupidity?
No, you don't find that around here. But then again, that you living in the fantasy land, and in the real world, you haven't even said that. Now you better get on your job before you be caught or the next thing smoking. Not one of those vehicles on 4 wheels, but one of them clips that'll leave you choking and begging for that hole that that bullet went through to magically warm up and disappear. Yeah, right. This is the real world. You don't find satisfaction from real life extraction. Get with it, be you, try to be yourself, because this fake life you living, it ain't fitting.
PX, go in, PX.
I said, when the pressure on, I turn to Megatron. And my goals, I call them the Decepticons. You say to start thinking they can touch the dawn, you lose your legs and arms soon as the weapon's drawn. See, they want you to resort to violence. I'd rather vacate on resorts and islands and cop their chains with all sorts of diamonds. It's gonna come soon because I'm a boss at rhyming. I'm from the Bronx, so of course I'm styling. Taking over the game is a Bronx assignment. These other people can't handle the job. It's like a one-man army trying to handle a mob. And the mob is me. I spit constantly. If you're the truth, then why everybody watching me? Let's get it poppin', B. I ain't gotta brag a lot. And breaking condoms only time you let the magnum pop. Deep down they wanna be like Drake, so they hate. Instead of giving me my praise, I've known to fade like T.I. say. But more haters gonna come when they see I'm paid. Yeah, I got your help in everything I say. I'm a baller going in every team I play. Comparing to LeBron, Kobe, or Carmelo, acting like you hard but you phony and marshmallow. I see through all them lies and jokes. Only Mac you ever hacking with fries and coke. Happy Meal dude, Ronald McDonald, but we can throw the hands of Omari Fox. Swagger jacket dude that probably follow. Take a baby mother, she'll probably be the solution. Cause I'ma do away with this hip hop solution. Yes.
Chick, makeup, extensions and expensive like ice on my wrist. I step on the scene, looking so clean. I rock Pro Cats, Pumas, Nikes, ice creams, baby fat and BB jeans with a BB hoodie. You dude checking me out. He wanna taste my goodies, but his shoes ain't clean, so you know what that means. He ain't even fresh enough to be on my team, so I red shirt him and I sit on the bench, cause my money long, kids just an inch. I stepped in the store and pulled that presidents out of my purse. I'm fresher than the first lady at church. I tell the store clerk, let me get a pair of these, and a pair of these. Cause I keep Nikes on my feet, so I just do it. And if a dude trying to holler, he gotta have swagger to pursue it. Cause I'm in the store buying Juicy Couture. I got a passport just for a tour of downtown Paris. Other chicks just jealous, cause when it comes to shopping, I'm so careless. I like that French, but I don't know you like that, so I'm French kiss. And I don't mean to be rude, but where your lips been? Cause my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. When I put my Mac on, all the boys get, I'm in Neiman Marcus. I'm in Neiman Marcus. Got the black card from the dude named Marcus. He told me just shop, girl, until you fall. So I'm out in the mall shopping for a Gucci bra, cause I am the mannequin. And I'm always getting fresh again. And I'm tired of the question, what's the occasion? I get fried every day, not just for celebrations. Call me Amber Rose, I'm addicted to clothes. And I smell like... Teachers, please excuse the interruption.
Maybe I'll just turn this head tall. I'm the marginal woman. I hope you all are having a wonderful night. We have some material over here. I'm with an organization called the Carolina Peace Resource Center. And we have a variety of projects that we're working on. One of when standing in the doorway between two worlds, two cultures, and able to cross the thresholds. Either way, I am unable to pass. I am the marginal woman, rooted on the right to a world where God's plan dropped me, getting privilege on the basis of my skin color and European ethnicity, and kicking it back. I don't want it. It ain't me, or what I'm about. I watch with shame how the oppression of others, blacks, Muslims, gays and lesbians, the poor, the disabled, Latinas and Latinos, women, Asians, the young and the elderly. I watch with shame how their oppression comes so easily, so effortlessly. I am the marginal woman, choosing to plant my left foot in a world where most say I don't belong, where I have no business. But I know who I am, and I know what I like, and I know what inspires me, like genre reggae and conscious hip-hop, collard greens and black-eyed peas on New Year's Day. Malcolm, when he came home from Mecca, the nonviolent resistance of Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., the Tao Te Ching, Onks, cornbread and cornrows. Make me Rapunzel. I pray for a head full of natty dreads, long, thick, and locked in the ancestor wisdom, to get me down out of the ivory tower and down to where the words are tight. The feelings are real. And waking every day means being a tribute to those who blazed the trails on the Underground Railroads and every highway between Selma and Montgomery. Where waking every day means being a living tribute to those who survived the Middle Passage and centuries of slavery and Jim Crow. You know how powerful you are. I am the marginal woman, erasing the lines in the sand, lines drawn to differentiate you from me and me from you. At birth, we were set at the base of the mountain and told to climb separate paths. But now our journeys have intertwined. We will never know each other as strangers again. From now on, we will carry each other in our hearts. And together, we will stand against and overcome the beast that is racism. Together, we will weather and survive the storm that is classism.
Looking backward, looking forward, cold like discerning eyes glare in my direction, penetrating my exterior, invading me subconsciously, feeding me lie after lie, making me obese with deception. Blurred vision impales me and I don't see myself in my own reflection. Eyes wide shut to the truth, magnifying my own imperfections. I am blinded by the fallacy of this fountain of youth of blonde hair and blue eyes and 36, 24, 36. I lost 36 pounds in 2 weeks. If only this week I could lose 36 more, then maybe, just maybe, I'd win the war. Conquering this overwhelming yearning to fit in, this pressure, this need to be thin. Society has me hypnotized with invisible blinders over my eyes, preventing me from seeing the warning signs. Their ideology had become mine. Video dance girls and magazine cover girls haunt me. I'm brainwashed by this Hollywood mentality, and propaganda has impaired my vision. While my soul cries silently, I wish I could find the me within the me that I see in my reflection, but my mind won't let me. I'm plagued with the fear of rejection and ridicule, so I comply, content with living a lie. So much that the mirage in my mirror doesn't reflect the tears I cry. It seems the only way to escape is to give up and die. Only then will my vision get any clearer. Only then can I escape the voices I hear from behind the mirror, constantly whispering their definitions of perfection, that I am too tall and I'm not tall enough, that I am too thin but I'm not skinny enough. My hair isn't long enough or short enough or straight enough or curly enough, that I'm not pretty enough, not white enough, not black enough. When will enough be enough? When will it be okay to just be me and not a mirror image of society's reflection?
It's about having a female roommate. I'm an only girl, so me and females don't really get along that well, and I learned the hard way. Sister, you've been on my mind, oh sister. You're one of a kind, my sister. You don't even have a gun clue. You talk so much but don't say nothing, and won't hear the truth, oh sister. Well, I got news for you. I'm
something. You need to act like you're something too. See, you heard about me before I even knew of thee. A squirrel in my world, my reputation preceded me, but you are still just a young, stupid girl. But I agree to take you under my wing, exchange thoughts of literature. You be the poet, I be the singer. But we ain't family, we ain't peace, and we ain't cool. He sleeps in that car. Don't be a fool. And you need to listen to your others when they drop jewels. Jealous of you? That I will never be. You don't have nothing I want, and when the tables turn, aren't you still trying to be me? It ain't my fault that you don't get your love from your mother, but that explains your neediness for both don't count brothers. As far as I'm concerned, you are don't exist or are deceased, and every day that goes by is closer to the end of our lease. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord, and I don't wish nothing bad on you, but you act like you don't know what to do. No man should lay up without paying room and board. So just keep coming with the utilities and rent. Stop burning them clothes and that funky incense. Happy to get this off my chest. Let's go our separate ways. And if I never saw you again, I wouldn't be phased. Look to the Creator to find your best, because knowledge without application won't pass the test. Oh, but baby, I've been a bad roguish road, been high and have come crashing down. Oh, but trust me, no one is gonna blow my mind out. Now let me tell you something, sister. Remember my name, you and your mister. Can't steal my joy, we'll be something. You sure ain't got a whole lot of time. So pack your sister. But without you, your crown is doing fine. Thank you.
Like I use it, you know, but I've done my research on it. So whenever, like I said, I always try to have the dialogue, whether it's my crew or if it's my mentees, whatever the situation is. We have dialogue about the root of the word and what do we really mean by that. My favorite one, like I've heard all types of whatever. My favorite one is Pox. You know what I mean? Never ignorant getting goes of confidence. And I quoted him on that in around my day. But
about what you just said, the appropriation of the term and inversion of the term's meaning, that's a defense mechanism. Anything, all those things are still defensive. So if someone says you're ghetto, what is a ghetto? Who knows what a ghetto actually is? Anybody know what a ghetto actually is? So you've got a preconception of the term ghetto. You think you know what a ghetto is, but you know what a ghetto is. A ghetto was a restricted area in Venice where Jews had to live, and they couldn't leave it after 6 o'clock. They were locked away. You had to be locked away. There was a key. So if you were Jewish, you could work in the city during the day because they needed the Jewish people for usury because the regular Italian culture did not want to do the banking exchange things the Jews were allowed to do. And it was all kind of money exchange to equalize currencies from different places, because Venice was a port, you know, money comes from different places and different values, and they could do that. They would do that work and make a profit from it because they weren't allowed to hold any other kinds of jobs for a long time in the city of Venice. And at night, because they were not Catholic and considered not to be Italian, considered not to be Italian, they were sent to a special part of the city and literally locked in. And that was the ghetto. It was a neighborhood where people of a certain ethnicity had to stay together. So that's what a ghetto was. So a ghetto, in our common thoughts, was an area of the city where people of similar background were restricted, usually by housing codes or laws or by poverty or by, they were associated in those areas because they had to be there because they weren't allowed to get housing somewhere else. If you were a black person, you couldn't get the fancy apartment downtown because nobody would rent to you or even sell it to you. And so you had to live where other black people were, which is how Harlem developed to New York. So if you know where these terms come from, if you know what they mean, it gives you a different perspective on what that means. So if someone says, oh, you're so ghetto now, that means, because it's ghetto fabulous, it means you've taken this creative spirit of being in the inner city and done something unusual with it or interesting, or you've drawn attention to yourself, and it can be seen as a kind of positive thing. Like puppy, Sean Combs.
Yeah, like flashiness.
Yeah, it's
like
flashy.
I came from nothing, look at me now.
Yeah.
That type of deal.
So the meaning shift of these things that are part of being hanged on to. So the more information you have about a term, the better you're able to assess, look, I really want to use this term. Or what really am I saying when I use this term? And that's, of course, the purpose of education.
People smile when they want me to frown. You told me lies, but I stood on my ground. But you would never ever take my crown. I crossed courses over waters, not knowing where I'm going. Kidnapped without a ransom, no ship open, the ships no open. Hey, slave owners pay the price is right without Bob barking out. Bob's barking out orders, stripping me from my family, telling me pick this and pile that. And if I didn't, I got whipped in the bonus round. Now who God bless, I say no, my gosh, things getting better and they thought it would be worse. Here comes the overseer checking on my work. If I know cotton, so the whip is crack first. I was hired at a job that I didn't even apply for. My resume, my body, my muscles are strapping a manual. Beat lines into my back as a write-up that went on my permanent record, and if you look closely, you can still see them. Cut off my limbs as a suspension, and a termination was definitely a termination. Taken back to the big oak tree and made to be its right root, which was only big when I was already riding. Chased by dogs, sprawled, gagged, trapped in slavery. But whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And I'm so solid as a rock, you just can't stop me now. Even when you chase me with dogs, you just can't stop me now. So I ran to freedom, made a name for myself. They call me Supreme Court Justice, civil rights activist. I wear many hats, actor, doctor, lawyer, poet, singer, educator. Broken all those chains to stay claim and take what's rightfully mine. My mind educated with teachings that you gave me. Thank you, because I'm here and I don't have to go anywhere, and I will continue to further elevate my mental state and teach everyone from my mistakes, because I've been there and I ain't never going back. And I'm so solid as a rock, you just can't stop me.
I had ill dream. I was meditating in my cosmic bubble. I was levitating over purple valleys, watching purple Cadillacs being driven by some third isolated brothers just bouncing. While some third isolated sisters were doing these booty bounces, wearing platinum FUBUs while they baby need diapers, but she ain't care because mommy's got to get her groove on. So she bounces over to the guy driving his Lexus who can't afford lead touch because driving in style is more important than necessities. So I bounced over to the ghetto and I saw Jesus. He was riding on the back of a baby lion, asking for directions to Mount Zion, but nobody knew. Everybody was too busy trying to be the oracle, not remembering that it was the child who bit the spoon. Yo, Jesus saved them. I said, they killing each other. Yo, Jesus had this 9 and wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang. Listen to my 9mm go bang, and he shut my bubble. He said, you go down there and save them because you are the next me. And I pulled out my pen and wrote cosmic symphonies on chakras, but the ink wouldn't sink till they third eyes blinked and they became blinded by platinum promises and polluted music. Now, everybody wants to get a record deal from this brother that raped hip-hop. I ain't saying no names, but my eyes are puffy because I couldn't find my comb, so my hair braided itself. I'm a bad boy. I'm searching for God in my dreams because I don't see God in my realities anymore. But I know she exists. Or their voices being drowned out by the screams of crack babies in the womb, hanging themselves with umbilical cords because they don't want to exist in this world anymore. But can we blame them? Our society is being controlled by sexuality, pushing positivity so far underground that the only places I can be heard is mixtapes, coffee houses, and poetry slam. Damn, come on, when are we gonna wake up? Because I know I'm not the only one dreaming. I'm just mentally scheming, knowledge reigns supreme, and then God entered my dream and she grabbed my hand and I saw all the beauties and the wonders of the world, and I looked at God and I said, God, you go, girl. And I heard the most beautiful sound as she spoke. She said, baby, it's gonna be all right. This is just a dream, a perception of your own reality, and all you have to do is just wake up. And this morning, I woke up feeling brand new, and I jumped up feeling my highs and my lows and my soul, and my goals was just to stop smoking and stop drinking. But I've been thinking I got my reasons just to get by, just to get by, just to get
terribly. Lines became clouded between fabled intentions and reality. So she continued to fumble aimlessly in the raging storms. Paralyzed by this man who, when she was a child, defiled her head with pain. He scarred her inhibitions, causing this babe to exist in a parallel dimension that bore hell's name. Love of self, a foreign language that had never been claimed. She felt like the filth of the earth. Since birth, all she knew was hate. And that all men wanted to do was take. All she had were broken phrases scribbled on the pages of a notebook she had found. It was her one prized possession that would never let her down or demean her soul. She couldn't help but spend hours blessing each page with her spiritual tears. Till one day she wrote, "If there is a God, I pray he hears my cry and remember my name. Father, please come in this place. Father, don't forget my name. Bring me peace, bring me joy. Oh, Lord, Father, please come in this place. Father, don't forget my name. Bring me peace, bring me joy. Oh, Lord." Still bearing the weight of the world on her shoulders, the nights and days grew colder and colder, and joy played hide and seek behind the pain. Till one day a man came along singing a song of hope, a song that spoke to her need and broke the harnesses that held her bound. It seeped through her vocal cords, into her lungs, and freed the exhalations held hostage within. He smiled, an angel smiled, and entered her soul. From that day forth, he held her closer to the word which awakened her belief in miracles. This gentleman never left her side. He believed in her and stood by her with pride, for she had found her soulmate. Now words scribed were those of joy, not hate, giving testimony to a God who never leaves, who gave her back the power to love and be free. Pondering the weight of this new direction, she glared down at the battle scars, carved into bruised skin and within, cradling brutal memories, then boxing them away to begin again. No more lifeless nights, no more hollow cries that screamed out in the darkness. Peace, love, and joy had come home and were hers to claim. Confirmation famed at the bonding of her name to his. Father, please come in this place. Father, don't forget my name. Bring me peace, bring me joy. Oh, Lord.
Nice hook.
Our past, our present, our future. Will thou scripts greet endless entries in a journal telling our love's epic, one passage at a time. Oh love, 'twas you, my love, that ended my quest and acceptance of the glories of singship. You are my fate, my destiny, and my love's greatest desire. Oh love, hug me, my love, continuously, that never releases the embraceable embrace of you. Forever, my love, forever I clinch to falling into the crevices of the nook that replicates the rhythms of your heart and the warmth in your arms, thou love. Oh love, if I threw a bottle in the deepest sea and my greatest letter or love poem was written to you, even if the deepest wave or cyclone swooped my bottle to the deepest sea ground, there my scriptings and the very etchings of my heart were deposited in the sea's archives, my sincerity of sacrificial and promising companionship that proves my soul's splendor of you, my love. Oh love, I'm in search for that bottle that's floating and its fate has yet found me. That bottle that illustrates my last hope for love and the loveliness of love and the lovingness of love's lullabies, serenading me to sleep on sleepless nights. Oh love, where art thou, my love? Hither my countenance, my muse, and beareth my heart's unsung lyrics. With these words I breathe from thy lips. I want you to love me from our Genesis to our Revelation. Genesis of our beginning and Revelations of our moments at end. Falling in love in the arms of the one I love. Hand in hand, down the aisle of our humble outline of life's work, of our union's proclamation. Hand in hand in that nook and depth, to the hour we breathe our love's last breath together. Oh love, dost I taste and smell love's sweetest nectar, consummated conception of a union forever edified. I like that right there.
My next question right off the bat. I know you're selling me money. Well, what I usually do, I kind of have a connection with all my pieces, so I'm like nervous to sell them. I've sold a few, but I usually just I try to hang around a person, try to get around a person for about a day, and absorb their aura, then I'll reflect it back at them in my work. So that's what I usually tell people. Let me just see if I can spend a little time with you, see how I feel about you, and I'll translate it into a visual representation. And as far as just for money, I do have like a few with me. I just do t-shirts, stop family reunions, fraternities, things like that. So,
leads on Harris Street. My roots run wild through the remnants of the Ansonville projects, look at the fading aura of the diaspora I am culture created. In Charleston, South Carolina, a child of the city, suckling on the tents of South abroad, surviving on which she has flowered, failing to flower, cultivating tourists and crushing the cultures of colored peoples unless they corral tourists in the city markets. The municipality's marketable monkeys managing to meet without mingling on meeting streets, crowning Caucasian kings on King Street. There is no way you will hear rap music played on East Bay. There is no way you will hear merengue played on East Bay. There is no way you will see brown hands beating a djembe on East Bay, and off of East Bay there used to be geechees. Before a developer said, I'm gonna get me. My daddy taught me to fish at the site of the South Carolina aquarium right next to Big Mama Blue, and play with me on a park now under a parking garage behind Big Mama Blue, and I chase bubbles when they built the wooden version of the Spirit of Carolina that my Big Mama Blue. And I am more geeky than y'all, boy, look y'all, but look y'all. Before there was a new bridge, there was a new bridge, and I watched the Grace Memorial Bridge swing. And I count the cars on the Grace Memorial Bridge that swung. And I watched my nana chew gum out of the green pack, smoke menthol, cigarette, sip, rock, and hum. None of the lights from the Arthur Ravenel Bridge illuminate the Charleston streets at night where Thomas Ravenel pushed white through the city market, flooding the market. Black boys pushing a white girl. This is the poison of a politician wanting to plant trees in communities in which he don't raise seeds. Now the fiends sit, strap, poke, squeeze, sit, rock, hum, breathe. And I love this city. Like any orphan loves its mother, because I know this city like every bad woman knows a man. So not being as these that hold their hands and walking down Charleston Street, and in their eyes you'll see the fading aura of the diaspora. There will be culture created. In Charleston, South Carolina, a child of the city, suckling on the tits of South abroad, surviving in which she has flowered and hopefully by them flowered. My grandmother was a number runner. She talked real fast, so her friends called her cheetah, and she had big breasts, so she wore big bras, and under the left strap is where she kept the numbers at. On the back of a blank envelope that had number running money in it. Some people's light bill, child support, sold food stamp money in it. And it was this gambling that kept us close, because sometimes she let me play. She called me baby when she needed numbers. She said, give me a good one, baby. And like any good grandson, I transformed into the Rain Man, spelling out numbers in sets of 3. And with a pharmaceutical pen in her right hand, she'd bite them right off my lips, and my cue to stop was, that's a good one, darling. She called me darling when she liked my numbers. She was the earth, and I was the sun, and our joy revolved around numbers. And we got on eclipses to beat the light, and we went on the light to beat the night, because the earth just don't feel safe with the moon no more, and the sun just don't shine like it used to. And her present ain't half as beautiful as the past that she lives in it. Tell me stories of how she was a fox back in '65 as if I was a familiar stranger because I wasn't born yet. She won't eat in the now because she's spoke in the then, and I'm aggravated like I got candy stuck in my teeth because she's my grandmother now, but who she be later, so I cater to her past. Come on. Can I have a quarter for a chili dip? And if not, I'll trade you 25 stanzas for 25 sentences that make sense. And maybe they'll make change because it's been chilly in here since I realized you can't remember my name, but I don't know if I can feel my mother's pain if you forget her celestial numbers. I call up years and you recite your bits, and if you get a hit, we'll share memories like me not wanting to eat the skin off your turkey leg because I was scared I'd get fat. Or your favorite chair behind the TV when you sit and listen because your imagination made better movies than your eyes could ever see. And all I want you to do is remember,
Remember your life like your soap operas. Remember your families living with your numbers. Use our birthdays. I'm 9385. How's that? I hope I remember this all right.
Don't try to save me going home to see Malcolm, because he said when they come for me, and they surely will, do what you have to do. And I am done. And I am done. Going home, grandchild was the catalyst, broken child who fell victim to the legacy. Don't punish him and don't you break him. His cycle has already been perpetrated by families with memories. I'll go home to see Malcolm. Peaceful I came in, with peace I live, and with peace I shall go. 3 weeks of pain, minimal crisis it pays to see him speak again and say again, don't try to save me. Malcolm awake, Mecca truly awake. Thank you well. I don't know, those of you who don't know Malcolm X's wife, Betty Shabazz, she was killed by her own grandson. He set fire in her apartment, and she burned, and she died 3 weeks later. And so it was kind of like her own family killed her, but he didn't mean to. And so I kind of wrote that because it was really a tragedy. They were trying to decide what it was to do with him. And so I kind of wrote that. Y'all take some time and kind of learn about somebody else during the month. All right? All right. I'm going to give up some more time.
You go and
Girls are like, you know, I have a daughter, she's 12 years old. I'm a poet, a singer, I manage a cafe, and I own my own catering business, a personal chef. And I have a daughter that's 12 years old who goes to middle school. She's vice president of her class, and she's also president of the set team. I do a million things all day long, and, you know, y'all should too. Anyway, so I was walking through the park the other day, just as I do sometimes when I think the wind might be so kind as to blow me a breeze and breeze sometimes if she pleases. I was walking, looking down every so often to watch myself and not get my cue walk out of whack. I looked down, then up, and down again, then away, then down again, repeating the same mantra in my mind, making sure that my eyes were raised to read the man. And I saw you, no me, no you. You are me. Me. You couldn't be me, because I'm here, no, I'm there. I'm in every glance I catch. Me, but she's happy. She's smirking and loving and loving every step she takes. She's not looking down at all. To possess her concern was not of her being. She still possesses child eyes, while mine was taking some random night when I let some random him get the second day. She looks like she's happy with me while I've been so looking for weed. I've been so busy looking for weed. Weed. The weed is what I've always loved. I love weed sometimes so much that I allow around you to enter to feel weak-ish. I sold myself for weed, degraded myself for weed, loved weed so much that I forgot me. Loved weed so much that I didn't recognize who me ever was. So now I've caught a glimpse, so maybe she's allowed me to catch it. I've seen her in my...
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have Miss Pearson's client back there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you send me Krista Parker with her book?
All right.
Thank you.
So now I've caught a glimpse, so maybe she's allowed me to catch it. I've seen her in my view. I trust that she will be most understanding of me taking it back, not snatching. Because I remember now when I used to step tired, I remember when I never allowed weed to lose its place in my world. She looks back at me and smiles like bright glimmering light, and now I know that we never showed up to the engagement because he hasn't been invited yet. It's not his turn. This is the end of the day. I'm going to be outside. It's Friday. Ready to get out of here. Let's take a little smoke on it. For all we know, we may never meet again. Before you go, make this moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I hold out my hand, and my heart will be in it for all we know. This may only be a dream. We come and we go like a river.
me, love me tonight. Tomorrow may blossom. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know.
Got a little over 10. A little around 10.
The revolution will not be televised. It will be spoken about on the phone in gossip sessions. It will be shouted out in poems that range from clubs to shining club while I watch poetry. Big baller pimps get sold on the market inconspicuously, like a black folks shopping in Charleston right in the spot where we used to be sold in. Isn't it ironic? You are picking apart my poetry, pleasantly poking in pride to see if I'm done yet, while I sit Indian style with other poets who are oblivious to keep asking me, why is it so hot in here? I turn the other light on from the inside, peeping through the glass like a 7-year-old waiting for brownies to see how you arrive in. While I watch you politic politically with socially conscious people who love blindly and don't speak BS fluently. So blind that their third eye still sees rainbows literally, but I don't. I see dollar bills and sugar hills that only melt when being charged upon by the righteous. I see you take notes on those who need a hug and then give it to them strategically so that they don't forget when you need them. Feeling used like a leg-stamp ignorance to the fact that they'll be thrown away when their job is done. And I wonder who's going to be the next one to get pimped, to get love, caressed, and then sent out on the street. You better make that money or with my fist, you'll butter me. And if you question me, forget it, I'll just buy me a new one. So me, I burn and I write and I burn and I write and I burn and write, trying not to notice that we are burning. I write and reach the ashes of our ancestors these days, trusting devils blindly, falling for his greatest trick, convincing us that he doesn't exist. Lest we forget that we made promises to what it continues to be, which is the integrity and the loyalty of that helpless victim, that weaponless warrior, spoken word. Please. Hello. I'm Monifa. It's wanting to, become a poet. Every single time somebody is doing poetry, you need to be there. Every single time somebody is trying to listen to you, you need to speak. I deal with, how many poets we know in Columbia? Like 20, 30 poets in Columbia. Every time if there's an open mic, I see the same poets because they run. I think I've gotten paid for doing poetry maybe, how many times? Like 4 or 5 times, maybe a handful of times. And I've been at poetry spots religiously since 1998. I've run my own poetry spots with no people in the, y'all, right now, if I had this many people in a poetry spot, it is a complete success. Normally, if I'm doing a poetry spot, there might be 10 to 12 people, there might be 30, there might be 50, there might be 100. You just never know, but you got to come back that next week, and you got to continue to do your poetry, no matter what. If there's 2 people in the audience, pass the mic between each other. Freestyle, do something. That's what I say. I sing for people when my pastor calls me and says, I need you to be here and sing, I get up and go sing. I don't look for, it's not to say that you're supposed to be, it's not to say that you're supposed to be poor and an artist, but you have to be poor for a little while and work in order for people to pay you later. Right.
But you never really, got to find a lot of people in
Oh man, you know what? I meant to write down, I meant to bring in the first poem I used to do. I used to write horribly, and I thought I was good. Because on paper, when I was just reading it was great. You know what I'm saying? And then you get up, and you have to have the courage to get up and be bad. Because we know a lot of poets, Omari included, myself included. If I read to you the stuff that I had when I first started doing poetry, you'd be like, oh, please sit down. You know what I'm saying? For real, I'm saying for real. Because you're not going to get better until you get the courage to get up and just do whatever it is. Because you're going to learn your feeling. I used to write nothing but love poetry. I'm just, you move in the pages as the things go. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get up. You got to stand up. Anybody else?
I have a comment.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Very beautiful. And that's one of my favorite songs. So.
Thank you so much.
Move.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Everybody listen up. Listen up.
Let me see. Well, I don't do no poetry. just want to talk to y'all for a minute because y'all like up there. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of talented people in there. Brother, you can dance. And to just, you know, just do more. You know what I'm saying? There's, I was asking the class before, you know, what is it that you want to do, what is it that you want to be, whatever. And art is something that's inside of you. It's something that Mr. Fox is trying to bring to you because it's something that just, no matter what it is that I do, I work at a 9 to 5, not a 9 to 5, I work a lot of hours, but I work at my job, but I am who I am. I'm always a poet. I'm always a singer. I'm always a person who loves art. I'm always a person that loves just dealing with my culture, no matter where you work, no matter what you do. And so pay attention while you're here and get up and do what it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't think I don't know you can't sing because everybody's asking you somebody to sing around this area. Who was that? Right. I pay attention to everything when y'all walk through the door. Sing.
Hello. This is little band. I can't count the number of times measure how long I can't recite the words. I am speechless. Your kinetic skills give me chills. Your anatomical aesthetics make me want to call them paramedics. Your acrobatic decisions got me thinking about losing my religion. Forgive me, Father, if I sin, and grant me a long rest to do this again. I can't get enough. Sometimes rough, sometimes smooth. The way you play my heartstrings makes me want to groove. You don't miss a beat. Keep tapping that snare. With only one stick, I love your talent. Please repeat. This time, hit the keys.
Alright.
Use your fingers of gold. Please don't move. That one note I want you to hold. Keep it right there. Wait, don't go back to the snare. Place your mouth on the harmonica. I won't interrupt. I won't even bother you. For my freaky music show. Thank you.
Everybody keeping it on. Thanks to them, I can make some people up. Y'all doing alright? Yeah. Alright, y'all get out some drinks, man. It's just like time, man. We really had all this female energy up, man. We're gonna bring this cat that's coming up to the mic, man, gonna do his thing. Put your hands together right now like your mama comes to the stage for Bishop! Hey, how y'all doing? Alright, this poem is called Zero. We appear in many forms, evaporating, materializing in the shapes and figures through some unspoken chemistry, arousing the void in which our feet dampens the ground as sorcerers speak words of wisdom into existence, never shaken. We etch the crosses into the tombstones, the words within yantras and the Shambhala mandalas, making the lovers understand life and reason hope on its infinite tracks. The source calls out to reestablish between heaven through slokas, earth terrains, and scattered clusters of matter, realigning and maintaining key elements to the answer. The holiness of God means so many things to different people. To me it is everything, and life is a process beyond the boundaries of limitations. We are God because God is in us. And that love is life, that is a constant reasoning factor. So we go from atomic matter to matter structures, and from those atoms have infinite worlds, as those towering giants summarize so much in 1 minute. In one minute phrase, one word, one power. Everything turns into Om as all else becomes non-existent. I forget the weirdos, suited debonaires with fluffy languages, puzzle boxes with funny speeches inflated with nothing. I just look at the ocean and smile, saying 0, 0, 0. Fast asleep in motion, wide awake in silence. Alright, thank you.
This brother, when I tell you, a manipulator of words, so I mean, his mic name even states that, you know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to put your hands together right now like your mama coming to the stage. Put your hands together for my man, Word Perfect!
Like catch on and just real stop and go with a lot of drops in, because I'm like all over the place with it. It's called Bad Doism. Yeah. I remember the first time that we met. How can I forget? When I smile and I turn and I say to you, you're poor and true. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with remote possibilities of being in love with you. Your bronze hues, man, you, man, being in love with you. It's the color of night, it wheels and deals primary and secondary shades of love's gift through you. So I open the gift of complex suns from the dark side. Word is Sith voodoo you do. First and goal from the one. My first goal is to make you my number one. Second, your emotions to the 3rd degree. Forthcoming engagement rings express my 5th element. 6 to 9 has me kissing the lower lips and you rocking the mic 69 ways to choose one. Can't lick them, join them, both, baby. I will lick you and join you. I pick you, anoint you. I miss you, adore you. Men misuse, ignore you. So I give and take chances, I feed the rances, not just for the money, cause she would shake up many facets, the fastest, at no cost, just for that male attention, cause the cash is cha-ching. But save for that dinner and movie, she loves me for free, cause I netted her soul beyond her net worth and assets. Now she don't slang, but if the rock is wedding ring, can you smell what the rock is cooking? Rickety rabbits, yo, it's Tiffany's carrots, so how's it looking? I love ladies of all flows, so even if you superhead, I suppose every woman needs love. So I work the spectrum from dames to days to hoe types that hoe nights. That hit the block, you don't stop the track when they hooking. It's no ISIS or Oedipus complex when I call you mama. The marijuana grass looks greener on the black hand side with some new nah. But you the sticky icky to stick with me, the father figure me like a true papa. WTC, why the chick? Witness tell cops whenever they can, bitten from the Bronx's own La Bruja. It's to continue sentiments of Fed control planes and control them. That showed that WTC was indeed an American strike. Now the only way I strike you was on the ass and the back of a curveball pitch. Now what you know about ITTI, sentiments of you and ITY, dude, who you calling a bitch? Instincts lead me to new flows, new pros. I had my dad, so no need to compose, I suppose. So bumps and walks in the road are met with a silver spoon mentality. Soul stir, trouble, and then we mix. The 5.0, yo, I don't know, maybe a 6. I wanna build with you with building blocks. If time is indeed slipping, let's engineer the sands of time to build the clocks. Tick-tock, 2,400 hours, I thought I told ya that I was your soldier. Well, I try. And I try, my eyes try to see the common thread like a tailor, and tailor my poems and prose after my lead. Too intelligent, too nice, God replies, forces me to be interracial, but I still prefer the sun brown bronze like them dames out of my league. More edge, more thug, less bougie, less love, said them black girls who ain't never been daddy's littlest girl, so I've Belushi, Becky, and Molly. Then finally my player meets Layla, sunshine is Rashawn, sun rays gather heat like Layla. Ali. You must be the greatest to lust, but love's made it. Real mom makes a dime with the looks of Tatiana Ali. Brings suitable muscles, yo, this beautiful struggle. She's most definitely a black star like Black Dante. Collabos with Talib Kweli. Miss Fat Booty Spot, and this ladies, man, is sick and rotten, cause we've quickly forgotten this woman's worth, like the victims of 9/11, Katrina and Tsunami. But I'm that elegant, I never forget that eloquent elephant, Leo Lothario, nah I mean? Shit.
What's your dance queen, Chad? What's it like to be a dance queen and she was the big time model? So when you wake up in the morning and you eating your breakfast and how to work it? Or any words of wisdom for the fans out there? Or
Don't eat drugs.
Hater.
I'm not hating.
Give it up for Von de la Soul.
10 for the full.
110203. 110203. 110203. 110203. That's the day that my son Darius was killed and taken away from me. So excuse me, Mr. President, why did my son have to die? He was on a mission for the United States of America, was out in reply, but the mission can't stop these tears and falling from my eyes and wondering why or why, but I take a deep breath inside. Cause I know in vain my son Darius and me his demise. 110203. That's the day that my son Darius was killed and taken away from me. As I watched the daily news from ABC to CNN, and I remember how excited he was when his first day of service began. He escaped his community infected with poverty, drugs, and crime, and joined the battlefield infected with more poverty, drugs, and crime. And he is struck farm to poverty, and suicide in their mind. And how are we supposed to give them something that they don't even want? And how can you sleep, Mr. President, without a spirit's heart?
Come on.
110203. That's the day that my son Darius was killed and taken away from me. It was many lives lost and no freedom gained. Oh, Mr. President, how I wish I could give you my pain, but the fact remains that my son Darius will never be seen earthly again. 110203. That's the day that my son Darius was killed and taken away from me. So I beg and I plead for God to please ease my heart, because I gave you my son whole and you gave him back to me in part. I got hands, I got his arms, and I got his legs, I got his feet back in part. Now my heart torn apart. 110203. That's the day that my son Darius was killed and taken away from me. From a baby to a boy to a man to service. My baby boy gave his hand and he took an oath to protect his native land. So I take this oath and I solemnly swear that Mama G is on a mission, not just for me, but for gold stars on everywhere. Because I didn't lose my son to drugs, and I didn't lose my son to prison, and I didn't lose my son to the street, but I lost my son to a mission, your mission, that would never be complete. 110203. That's the day.
Close our eyes, we have attention.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. From low to high, we have a 9. 9.3. We have a 9.7. We have a 0.7. And a 10.
Tell it to over. I'm gonna fight now.
Beauty versus blonde, make laugh.
I want to fly. Yeah, I want to fly. But no, don't tell me I'm flown before and mention all that airplane bullshit. You see, that's not flying. That's lugging around 2 suitcases, which they'll charge you for. Both of them. $15 for the first one, $25 for the second one, and if it's over 50 pounds, OMG, it's ass and ass. Now, getting arrested by the security dude, but I'm even getting to know his name first. Always a dude. America is so lucky not to have the fight cancer for no reason at all. That's getting on a big metal car with wings for 8 to 10 hours. The only satisfaction is being cute. Very, very cute. Flight attendant telling you to turn right, straight off. And staring out of a plane window with some dude, always a dude, snuggling up against you, thinking that you're his wife. No, that's not fine. That's $500. Hold weights. I'm gonna fly. And don't tell me about skydiving. See, that's not flying. That's white people jumping out of fully functioning airplanes. They're dead. That's not flying. That's flat. And don't tell me about doing a buck 50 down 95. That's not flying. That's reckless driving. That's excessive speeding. That's $1,000 fine and or jail time. That's rolling. That's get out of the car. Get out of the car now. That's you have the right to remain silent. No, that's not flying. That's rolling down the street on Metro bus. Those are these on there. Bitch who said that. No, flying is suffocated, self-motivated. Flying through the skies at undefined speeds. No, wings, please. I'm not seeing yourself one platform with a mere thought. You go places got mere thoughts and not flat. That's doing that Superman shit. Only not gay. That seems universe at any time on your own time without costing you a dime. That's planet hopping. That's altitude dropping, threading the needles through skyscrapers and flirting with the ocean's surface. That's embarrassing all man's creations and races because no man can recreate the speeds that I can imagine when I am flying. I want to fly. Yeah, I want to fly.
Come on. Come on, brother.
Woo, Superman! Woo!
All right, champions. Give it up for me, young man.
There you go.
The West Green, a perfect vision when there was a young girl with bow ties, skipping alongside her daddy's masculine frame. The pancake game was our favorite. And while we played, your shadows stayed chasing demons away. And through sunny days, I just prayed that you'd be right here with me forever. But that was right before you disappeared. And no matter how it seemed to me, all I have left is that last memory of Daddy. Driving away in his 75 Caddy with full eyes of tormenting tears waiting goodbye to me. So to you, Daddy, I dedicate this plea. From my abnormal childhood memory with love always, your angel eyes. I'm so lost. Losing sight of how I might be able to help you see. The balloon girl in me is falling. Please, hear my calling, crying, praying that just one more time you say that I'm Daddy's little girl. I'm still searching for the perfect place to be born and ties that bind us together. Come heal the hurt that's ripping through my past, tormenting my last desire to feel a father's unconditional love. I'm tired of facing fears through the nightmares of knowing that you're not there anymore. Find a way to release my soul, and if you're going to destroy it, find a way to help me forget it. Your touch. Because there's not much more that I have left in me. See me through the windows of your soul, but feel me fighting to gain control of poetic pain, pimping false liberation of hope. You see, there's no souls for little girls like me, who are worrying from desperation, rejection, infection. I didn't ask to be here, so I shouldn't have to pay the fear of the fear, through restricted confinement and happiness. Daddy, I'm lonely. There's no one here to tuck me in at night. But I do fight to keep the new man's hands from unequal with my private. You know I don't count sheep. I don't even know the feedback I haven't counted so powerful way, telling me the proper way to give head. Wow. Put that one book on him instead. Now, Daddy, I'm not playing no blame again, so now what will I claim the blame for anything that happened during the absence of my teenage life? Now, this is no time to be left at home alone, and your best friend came over and said that he teach me to be grown. Well, after he raped, bruised, and bloodied me, he made me pull you up and favorite because he said that I made him feel like a real man. So I'm not sure if you can understand, but how can you learn to trust after every man that you learn to love, left over false friendships? Daddy, there's an every sign in my mind's design, trying to keep out distorted desires of needing you. Believing in you because my ankle lies grown enough to bring you back home again. But you see, I'm no longer afraid to look in closets. And although sometimes I still break down from thoughts to needing you, behind closed doors, a pattern of him becomes my antibiotic for those unhealed sores, and I'm not afraid to close my eyes anymore. Hell, I can no longer fight fear for long, so I guess that makes me grown now. My demons and nightmares are forever baby, just as you are.
and through the absence of your silent cries, all I have left of you are your faint whispers of calling my name into your eyes. Okay, could be sexy to this diversity, but this is spiritual reality, not made for TV, because poetry does not make your soul sit calm only, constantly adding new chapters to songs you see. This poetry is like a deity, divine for the revolution. Diversity poets designed the solution. Resistance became our movement because we were not taking any more shady compliments for those who think this is just entertainment. Rather set to capture lost souls that run to poetry venues for salvation, or rather redemption of themselves, because diversity poets to be a reflection of you, more than a few freedom fighters, fighting free minds, stand in the battle lines of controversy, but nothing like Bush taking land from the Iraqis.
And nothing like
FEMA for the delayed reactions for the considered minorities.
And nothing like
those that capitalize off the inner city poverty. Diversity post-planet actions have your soul reacting to our spoken words, speaking your mind to this broken world, broken into categories. When will the community see that unity starts with activity of your mind? Still having slave mentality travel down our timeline. Look inside yourself. Sometimes you find the silent voices getting louder and because this is the power of poetry, unconditional to society, inconsistent with any literary routine, because we are individual, spiritual realities. P.
we are a monopoly of minorities. We are a monopoly of minorities who explains our diversity by creating the poetry, forming our own system of equations to educate the aliens, which are you. Even though I know in your eyes you may see us as extraterrestrials, yet we bring no harm. We just come to spread truths in your own native tongues, because I know that it may be hard for you because you may be too busy to hear God's voice. So we, DPE, I guess you can call us the interpreters.
Call us
the common denominator of infinity.
Call us
the number telling the age of time.
Call us
the yin and yang of the mind to harmonize what you see with your eyes, because we're the Old and New Testament, including the Dead Sea Scrolls, and our poetry provides knowledge on matters the masses don't know. Hit this. All of you are stars if you can see your life in your mind's sight. So us, DPE, are the blackness in the background, because without us, no one will see your light. E.
In this poetic world, I feel expert, and my powers are still moving pen and spoken word. I drop more hats than a person with diarrhea drop under.
Looking at it.
Siblings, grab your shovels, it's time to leave. Because the surface ain't where it is. It's not my hair or my clothes. My diet don't tell my story. My possessions can't get me to school. I can small talk with you, but I'd rather long walk with you. If the spirit's gonna leave, then the drum's gonna beat dig deep. Anyone can regurgitate the problems and solutions or end off a line of revolution, but are you building? I mean, after you twist that lock, flunk that front, apply that relax, or set that road, are you giving birth to ideas that manifest sacred memorials for days gone by? For instance, there are the trenches and there are the benches next to the trenches. Are you working or are you overseeing? Not to judge you, but to judge you. Because the net can set in deeper, and I am my brother's keeper. So where you are? Because that's what defines who you are, not your house or your car, but who you help, who you love, when you get it, what you do, how you been. I'm still digging. Oh, my sister, don't get caught up in the ice. Because no matter how you slice the cake, I am a reflection of you. Your victories and defeat combined are mine. No more or less do I expect of my brother. Because I'm right behind you. I'm right beside you. I'm right inside you. This ain't no competition. I know my role and I know your soul. So I gain comfort watching you lead and shine, because your accomplishments are mine. Keep digging. Trying to find the days when women spoke to women and men watched other men's houses without pursuing their spouses. When children listened to their elders and knew their place. When people killed to be free, not because someone was stunt harder than me. I see something. Keep digging.
Amen. So she cut my head right at the end. Alright, we're gonna get this film started.
Leave Kemet until he was like damn near 20 and some change. So being raised as a Pharaoh's son, Pharaoh already had a son that was going to be raised to be the new king or new Pharaoh. So it's kind of logical to say that Moses was going to be either a priest, you know what I'm saying? That's it, a high priest or someone high in the order.
Now, when you being raised as a fellow son, you have to learn something called the book of coming forth by day and night. Now, in this book, the book of the dead, you have 142, I think it's 144 commandments in that. And within the first 22 commandments, you find the 10 commandments that Moses said he brought to the people on Mount Sinai. Now, it's kind of funny because we know the Kemetic history is 5,000, maybe even more, because the Kemetic people are nothing but the sons and daughters of the Cushites, are the original people, the Ethiopians. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of fair to say that this knowledge that he brought to quote-unquote Christianity, even though Christianity wasn't found until, 100 years after Yahushua's death, you know what I'm saying? And that people don't know that it was two Jesus, one of Nazarene, and it was one of Essene. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I said we don't know that. So, I mean, but it's fair to say that Moses got that particular knowledge from his training as
was a slaughter before they realized I'm not the one to fuck with. That ass got dusted. I'm from the south and I ain't with all the pushing and shoving. Turn your face into a pussy. My fist is a dick. It's trying to push it down a bucket. Fucked up fucking. Alright, we'll be back. Oh, not like that. That's Zen right there. Let me see. My name and all that. Let's get the intro first of all.
Alright, my name, Fillmore Johnson, you know, representing Charlotte, I guess. And I'm just, damn, put me on the spot.
It's all good. It's all good.
You know,
you flow to flow.
You know, it goes like this. When father lifted from mother's bed, his head roamed towards little Betty's bedroom, but y'all don't want to hear about rapists and families that rape family. Because we're all family, and we all being raped by big brothers prying on, because when those cameras spot our computers, when those cameras spot our bedrooms, we're all being spotted by those prying ons, but y'all don't want to hear about rapists and families that rape family, because we all family, and we all being raped by mother's hand that once turned to barren land. We might as well rape ourselves, but you don't want to hear about rapists that rape family, because she says she loved them. Besides, Pastor Pete don't feel heat. I'm saying Pastor Pete don't feel heat, though he raped her mind, he raped the soul, he raped her body, he raped the whole, he raped the half, he raped at a quarter past, he raped the end, he raped the out, he raped the quiet, he made a shout, he raped the at home, he raped her womb, he raped the faith, or he raped her womb. But y'all don't want to hear about rapists and families that rape families.
Yeah, no doubt. Impromptu for the Art Knock Life. Give it up, yo, standing. Get the applause and all that. We'll be back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Come back down on. Oh yeah.
I'm mad because for years I was viewed as a soft bitch made nigga by my peers because I grew up in the suburbs and I'm not straight out the hood. I'm mad because no matter which direction I take my life, whether negative or positive, I will always get the profile of a criminal 24/7, 365, though I never slain nor banged, but as a black man, still I must look over both shoulders just to make it through and stay alive. I'm mad because I got a mom's in the grave, my brother's in jail, and answers me, well, I'm on a one-way track to hell, can't you tell? Plus my pops is 70, puts is 71, so there's no telling how much longer he'll be amongst the rest of us upon this earth before his time is done. Now, see, I'm really mad because instead of just kicking the devil out of your kingdom, you did not destroy that bastard Satan when you had the chance. Now look at me. I got demons to the left of me, angels to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle. As my dark side begins to dance, each time Lucifer begins to play his pretty little golden fiddle. But to see, I'm really mad because two stupid-ass niggas who look just like each other want to kill one another over something as stupid as the fucking color of a rug. And you wonder why my heart skips a beat and I swallow my tongue each time I try to force myself to call the next black man my brother or call the next black girl my sister. Damn, black power doesn't even have the same ring to it anymore. You know that shit is sad. I'm mad because I cannot walk up into your establishments without you burning a hole into my soul with your evil ass glares. Each step that I take, each move that I make, you just sit there in your chair and you continue to stare. Mumbling words of hatred up under your breath, talking shit about the clothes that I wear. And if it's not that, well, hell, you're not going to style in my hair. Whoa. Don't catch the Holy Ghost just yet, black folks. I'm not talking about the white suckers. See, I'm talking about us. See, Devin, I'm tired of being hated on by my own sisters and brothers. I'm mad because we're so quick to jump up and down and testify and shout. When half of the time these hypocritic bastards don't know what the hell it is they're shouting about. I'm mad because we're so quick to point the finger and talk about another. You see, what we don't need to be doing is pointing the blame where it truly belongs to us. Let me ask you this question. When was the last time black folk all across the globe came together in peace and unity, and all we did from sun up to sundown was embrace and love each other? I'm mad because when you was my age, you were built against these same actions throughout the 60s. Now, decades later, you done got yours, and you see me fighting, struggling, trying to get mine. I dare you step in my face with an attitude of shitty. See, that's something I don't think I never understand. I never thought the dark day would come, I'd be standing eye to eye with a black Klansman. I'm mad because my beautiful sister came out walk down the block with some skin tight shit on a hot summer's day without being mistaken as a hooker. And some fool turn around, get in the corner real quick, going down the talking that bullshit, hollering, yo, you with the big titties and the fat ass, hold up. 20, 40, 60, 80. How much it gonna cost me to suck me and my man's dick? You see, I'm mad because that's all. That's all the shit that I done. My bad. I'm not in this alone. I'm mad because that's all the shit we've gone throughout the years. No matter how much I try, I squeeze the hell out my eyes, but I'm fresh out of tears. Even times I resorted to beating myself up, I still can't bring myself to cry. Others always ask me to tell them why I'm mad. Only God knows why.
Piece called Venom's Bar, so I'm going to welcome y'all into Venom's Bar, and I'm going to go ahead and get it started. If you came to Venom's Bar, what would Venom serve? Shot glasses of knowledge and pictures of spoken word. I got cosmopolitans, don't use no absolutogens. Instead, I replace it with metaphoric adjectives for nouns, verbs, or predicates, conjugating double negatives. I've got dollar draft of ghetto math, brandy snifters with that in the yak. I got flows that flow from keg spigots, candles burning flames, down to the wicked flipping mini styles like liquor bottles. Got people coming round for miles, caught up in towels for Venom's mixture, house festive elixir. See, there's 34 different Venoms, so there's 34 different highs, so there's 34 different levels. Here's a menu. You decide. I got some lightweight Venom. If you're a beginner, the one-on-one proof hot fiery Venom, that wow-wow Venom, that snake bite Venom, that copperhead rattlesnake cotton mouth Venom, Venom out in iced tea, and Venom on the beach. I put them on the menu if you like it sweet. There's Venom just like Coke, and Venom that you smoke, and Venom that you choke, cause it's something to make you choke. I got some five-finger Venom. You just slip it in your pocket. That middle finger Venom when you want to say, fuck it. Some generic Venom is not so pricey. The Platinum Plus Venom if you like it icy. A double Venom, a dime Venom, a nick, take your pick, but don't forget your lemon. Some native Venom, straight from the tribal land. The extra rich artificial Venom in a can. Witch Doctor Venom, a voodoo Venom. Who knows what you do when you use this Venom? That little honey, that static clean Venom that makes your mouth feel funny. This racist Venom is clear and tasteless. And every time you say I hate is when you taste it. Some hustlers Venom that's always popping off. Sip it real fast, get your shit off the top. John Blaze Venom, Purple Haze Blaze Venom. Come up with different ways to take this Venom. Some shotgun Venom, so when you're riding out, the straight off 95 Venom made down south. And last but not least is that bionic Venom. You drink enough of this, you're gonna buy all this Venom, cause I live and spinning, drop off the rhymes down, spitting. So if you ever came to Venom's Bar, what would Venom serve? Shot glasses of knowledge and pictures of spoken word.
Let's go check the meters for your orders and grab a seat in the blues. Your waitress will be with you as soon as she takes to her perfume. Now that's one head, no chicken, one backbone loose. And there's the muscle bound contraption with the fools go too. But the broad is frozen down, so you're going to have to take it raw. And excuse the dishes. They wouldn't fit in our sink, so we're ready to go. Hey, Dingy Grin, how you been? I see you got no sauce in your lap, and you're killing that tobacco while it's killing your back, and it's good to see you opening excuses in your sack, because you may just have to use them if we bring up your past. And you, what's your name? By the way,
make a choice. We can serve it on the rocks, we can spike it with a voice. But if you ain't hungry and thirsty, then you gotta stop making noise, because I bet you're fixing orders for all these starving girls and boys. See, we can be outside, playing marbles in the trees, watching a spotless future move us, jiggling halos in the breeze. But oh no. Here we go again, mouth agape, but waiting for someone free to feed us what we want when what we got is all we need. And we ain't all that hungry. Just a glass in this leg. How about I have a waitress bring you something to fix your head? Order up. I got a mountain. It's a mountain of something right. The menu calls it food, but you might say it's delight. It's only good for now, the greatest item of all in price. And you know that time is money, and this one's gonna cost you life. But the taste lasts forever. And it's served with a sturdy fine. Side greens and smiles and a chill peace of mind. The slice of life toasted lightly and buttered on one side, and it's jar of lime to take a bite of our famous recycled fries. To get it while it's hot, instead of waiting till you freeze. We could be outside, playing marbles in the trees.
Next station is Marty. Doors open. Right time.
All right. I'm going to read something from the chat box. That is my love. I'll give you one of these. I'm anti-government. So, I'm going to read my anti-government poem that I did. It's called Scream. And the purpose of this is like, we need to scream. Because when you scream, you're heard. People pay attention. So, in these times, I just want to scream at them. The ones who blew up the Twin Towers and gave godchildren a final destination. Choosing religion for a reason for war, not unification. The one that befriend the nation with hatred. Bush that sees their property for revenge and greed. Bush that push souls out of bodies. Someone help me because I'm screaming at these Republican demons. Screaming for liberty because they erase our features. Just to be featured in America. Are supposed to be replica for our black history. They may suppress our story or they may erase our chains, but justice still remains our mission. We need to scream for the Africans that lost their lives for our diamonds, exploiting them from their wombs to slavery tombs. Still I'm screaming the continued voice for our ancestors still grieving. The silent predators of freedom, the ones that come around for our freedom, the ones that still hanging in our history for awareness, haunting those killers with their knowledge. Let's sponsor the uprising to take down the political lies. Lead a revolt as a result of motivation. Rebuilding conscious nations. They don't want us to recognize that in these times, our minds are weapons of mass destruction. The revolution will start once we form a coalition. They will try to fuse our unit, confuse it with this conspiracy, because we're screaming for our destinies and for our lands. But their plan to conquer, destroy, and rebuild nations like Lego toys. Broken promises to girls and boys that won't make rank E3, while their families seek comfort in religious commissaries. We're waiting for their bodies wrapped in their pledge. Upon their death, they'll be our forgotten heroes. Combat souls in a spiritual war. The willful scars of revelations. They gave them guns to fight and the rights for legal murders. My scream gets louder because they trade employment for deployment. Camouflage their business suits and break their egos for combat boots. POWs with bonuses and benefits. Political gangbangers breaking the deficit. They don't want us to see the hypocrisy. The government murdering images of society. But I'll continue screaming until God fulfills his prophecy. $5 now.
Good morning, welcome aboard Metro's Orange Line. Q right there. That's Lock C right there, yo. Lock C in the building. We're about 850,000 right now. We're not quite at $1 million yet. Coming
beautiful, remarkable creature you will ever find, a strong black woman. I shape the world with my hands, teaching girls to be ladies, nurturing boys into men. I am a peacemaker. The serenity of my voice can lull a baby to sleep and cause war between countries. Peace. I'm the mother of the earth. My blood, sweat, and tears made up the oceans. My great-grandmothers were the queens of the motherland, honored with tombs and temples and pyramids made of sand. I give life, a product of love. I nurture and protect. I am a rare treasure, an angel created by my Father above. I am a writer, a dancer, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. I am anything I want to be. I marched the king and brought back gifts of freedom, justice, and equality. I am a lover, a mother, a sister, and a friend. I keep it real because I don't have time to pretend. I respect myself and I command to be respected. When brothers step to me, they must come correcting. I am beautiful just the way that I am. Skin, sun-kissed bronze with hints of mahogany and caramel complexions. My sisters come in different shades of perfection. Our hair is a work of art. Honey blonde, red, brown, or black, we can relax it, weave it, or just leave it natural. Hey, we can twist it, wrap it, curl it, or pull it back. My eyes are like dark jewels. My beauty is priceless. My body is shapely and fat with the curves that drive all men wild. Traits I inherited from my sisters along the Nile. Other women wish they could be me, injecting their lips with tissue on their hips to create the illusion of the sensuality that I was born with. I walk in beauty, dark as the night, carrying the pains and burdens of those who came before me. Hope for the future and a desire to give back more. See, I'm a strong black woman. I've had my children stolen, torn from my side, victims of circumstance, but they can't go outside there. Hatred only made me stronger. I tried to wait for justice to prevail, but I couldn't wait any longer. So I let my children through the swamps and hills of freedom swords, and they called me Lord. I was stolen from the motherland, sold into slavery, and finally I found victory. I was never alone. Although they tried to oppress me, I never stepped down from my throne. I reigned supreme. I thought I told you, I am a queen. Strong, beautiful, confident, and black. No obstacle in my path can hold me back. So I will lift my voice and say out loud, I am proud. Proud to be black. Proud to be a woman. Proud to be a strong, black woman.
Singing away, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all want me to do. I mean, hey now.
Yeah, hey now, hey now. Hey now.
Hey now, she a woman that you don't know, but she just so appealing to you, just like, hey now.
Hey, come by my way and play with me. You see me crying, will you stay? I want to touch your soul and kiss your femininity and focus your mind. I want to be that relaxing breath. I want to be that peace in your speech. I want to be that sigh when you release. I don't want to be the agitated in the city.
hey now. A beautiful essence that has me cuddling pillows like a newborn child, a cosmic curve to her natural style, controlling my flow like the moon to the Nile. I would do anything to be down. You're just a shade called beautiful brown, and I'm glad I found time to say, hey now, hey now. See boo? See what you made me do? I miss work for you, so take off your shoes so I can be your masseuse that slow jam road that just kneels the soul of incense and candles that burn slowly. As we smelling your oils for proof that you are sweet. Just besides, I heard this is what lovers do. Leaving me ready to smile and the whole while I'm singing, hey now, hey now, I would give you anything, hey now, hey now.
You'll see, Buck Johnny, and this is one of my favorite poems. We can give it up the time for
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Johnny can't read. Johnny can't read. Fuck Johnny. Johnny can't read because the school don't have enough money to buy books and his teachers are going on strike with a hard hours paid for $1. Johnny can't read because he has nothing to read and no one to teach him. Well, fuck Johnny. If we need money, we find terrorism, we build a rock, and they cover out for us. Johnny can't read because his mother can't teach him. You see, his mother's a crack addict, and right now she's out pimping herself for another fix. Fuck Johnny. You see, without the drugs coming from other countries, we lose part of our global market. We cut jobs, and the population of niggas in prison decreases. Besides, a nigga down is a nigga ignorant, is a nigga happy. Johnny can't read because his father can't help him. You see, Johnny's father works for a big firm. Fuck Johnny. Capitalism works. Johnny can't read because he's distracted by his brother. You see, his brother's a weed head and frequently brings over these girls and allows sex to keep Johnny from learning his ABCs. Fuck Johnny. See, a nigga down is a nigga ignorant, is a nigga happy. Johnny can't read because they all he sees is tip, ass, pussy, and cheap fucks. You see, his sister is a stripper and usually brings guys home to give them private answers and free intercourse. Fuck Johnny. Capitalism works. Johnny can't read because he has no motivation. You see, TV, television is basically saying, fuck intelligence, be entertained. Fuck Johnny, talk to television, read a book. Johnny has no book, so fuck Johnny, play a video game. That's all he does. You see, the only thing that keeps him, lets him escape his reality. Reality is, his mother's a crackhead, his daddy's not there, his sister's a whore, and his brother's a pothead baby maker who's got children. 2 windows! 2 walls! And all his male influences are in the biggest HBCU in America. Prison. You see, Johnny can't read, Johnny can't write because his hands are sore from playing golf, and he knows that his family's been playing golf since he was born. You see, Johnny got babies. Fuck Johnny. That's not our problem. The economy. When Johnny can't read, fuck Johnny. Johnny can't read, fuck Johnny. Johnny can't read, fuck Johnny. You see, Johnny's 9 years old, still in kindergarten, still in his ABCs. Fuck Johnny.